All right, hit the fucking music.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is a new episode, a beautiful, gleaming new, right out of the package episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're bringing you the two movies that everybody is talking about from this past weekend.
Yeah.
First, we got to talk about the badass Western. Leading us is the man, the myth, the legend, Idris Elba.
What I need you to understand is this does not look good for you. One phone call, and you're on a phantom flight to the middle of nowhere, off the grid. You will not be missed.
Yeah, that's
Then also in this movie is Jonathan Majors.
I took your bullshit, your beatings, your berating. Forgave Mom and Uncle George for not protecting me from your ass. Now. So I thought you was my father. Fuck that. When this is done, when D's safe, we're done.
oh.
Ooh, that's from Lovecraft Country. If you've not seen that show, dude, that is one of the best shows out there today. Then Zazie Beetz.
Zazie Beetz.
Meat.
Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, she's Zazie Beetz. She's the shit.
Zazie Beetz.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Meat.
Domino.
What's your shtick?
I'm lucky.
That's not a superpower.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It really isn't.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Told you.
Get out of my head!
I'm not in your head. I'm in an 11-year-old's bedroom.
Well, if you're so lucky, then what are you doing here with us?
Oh, well, I don't know yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's a reason why I'm here, and I'll know when I know. Everything usually just kind of works out for me.
Yeah, Domino from Deadpool 2.
And then also in this movie, Lakeith Stanfield.
Now, what I would do is I would pretend that I show them a fake badge, right? And then I say your car is reported stolen. Then I hop in it and I just ride, just go. And before anybody knew the difference, I was in the wind. Dig what I'm saying? And you can be surprised if they believe you put on one of them coats.
Yeah, so this is actually a first-time director, James Samuel, and the movie's called The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
Yeah, modern Western satire. Best way to say it.
Yeah, like revisionist
Comedy
history.
action.
Revisionist
Comedy action.
Yeah. We will talk more about like obviously who he took, quote took his style.
Yeah, and you got so many other people in this too. I mean, Regina King's in this. DeWanda Wise.
Delroy King. Yeah. Delroy.
Yeah, Damian Wayans Jr.'s in it. I mean, like literally, I had a hard time figuring out which ones.
Fucking Regina King's in this shit, man.
Yeah, it's like I was having a problem figuring out which ones I was going to grab for clips on that one.
I do both the movies. We had problems.
Both movies. And the second movie, the big sexy movie of the week, the one about, superheroes from the Marvel Universe, the Eternals, being Gemma Chan, sorry.
But let's be clear. The problem with our marriage isn't my family's money. It's that you're a coward. You gave up on us. But I just realized it's not my job to make you feel like a man. I can't make you something you're not.
Fucking burn, dude.
Oh, burn! That's from Crazy Rich Asians. If you haven't seen that movie, that's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
Richard Madden's in this. Do I have a Richard Madden clip?
I do.
Neither Joffrey nor any of his men shall set foot in our lands again. If he disregards this command, he shall suffer the same fate as my father. Only, I don't need a servant to do my beheading for me.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, that's Game of Thrones. Yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah. Angela Jolie.
Jolena.
G-I-A. There, Gia. Just fuck the rest of it, call me Gia. Do you think you can remember that? Honey? Yeah? Cool. Nah, tell the bitch I'm here.
That movie's called Gia.
Gia, yeah. Great movie by her. last time we had her on, I did the Girl Interrupted, so I was trying to grab the other movie I thought was really great by her. Yeah. And not an action scene. You know how many action scene clips are on YouTube of Angel? Yeah, I get it that she kicks the ass, but come on, give me some of the one-liners every now and then.
This all says go through.
Kit Harington?
Kit Harington, yeah. You didn't give me a clip for him.
Who did I give you another clip for?
Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail! Oh, Kumail Nanjiani. Yes.
Nanjiani. Kumail Nanjiani.
Nanjiani. I'm sorry. Nanja is the girl from What We Do in Shadows. That is my bad.
Can I ask you something? Something that has never made sense to me. Why did you bring me here if you wanted me to not have an American life? We come here, but we pretend like we're still back there? That's so stupid.
Don't you talk to your mother like that.
You don't care what I think. You just want me to follow the rules. But the rules don't make sense to me.
It also has Salma Hayek and Brian Tyree Henry, Warren Ridloff, Barry Kogan, Ma Dong-seok.
Harry Styles.
Oh, he is in that.
Patton Oswalt.
We're giving... Okay, yeah, we'll see that. But
they're in it. I'm not saying where.
Okay. Bill Skarsgård's in this. Looking at himself.
Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, he makes an appearance. Ma Dong-seok.
Yeah, Ma Dong-seok. Yeah, lots of people. Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Marvel movie. It's the Eternals, man. It's the big one. And how big is it? We will talk about that at the end. And plus, give you a nice little spoiler part, because I'm guessing Chris has 942 questions.
I have a few questions.
Because even talking about Celestials, that is the main Celestial, Eternals, Humankind, and the Divergence. Is that it? Deviants. Deviants. Thank you. Even reading the comic books, I had to reread them.
Did you read
like so many times?
You read Eternals? You were one of those people?
Dude, it's Jack Kirby.
Okay, sorry. Shouldn't even question that.
It's Jack Kirby is all you had to say. It's Jack Kirby created the Eternals. Jack Kirby is like my favorite creator of anything comic book. In fact, I want to get like Galactus across my entire back.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. If you want to buy shirts with our face on, go patreon.com, search Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. You'll find merch. If you want to use a few shekels, go patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. And if someone joins, we'll make new stuff for them. And we're on Twitch. If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like that page. You're watching us on YouTube, go and subscribe. And we're on all streaming platforms with polished, beautiful sounding episodes up on Sundays.
For real. And someone just pointed out that I mistyped something, so I'm going to fix that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I broke. I guess I did not type the title correctly. It looks like it's there now. I accidentally put a Z. Yeah. It was my fault. It's called fat fingers. Yeah. It's called fat fingering. It happens. Some of us got fingers that are fat because we're fat. Yeah, thanks for making fun of me.
I know.
You bastard. Anyway.
Well, what business are we talking about today?
I think we're at episode 194, not 193. I don't think I changed the number either. Oh my gosh.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm behind. It's been a weird, man. Someone told me to do this on Wednesday instead of Thursday. and so we're here, we're doing it, we're having a good time. How's your week been so far, bro?
It's been fine. It's been all about leading up to Wednesday or Thursday because I go to Chicago this weekend.
Yeah, and how was your wife's awesome birthday party? It looked great.
Yeah,
we couldn't make it. I had to work the whole weekend.
It was fun. It was really fun. We had a great time. You had a great time too.
Yeah, tell people what it was about because it was really cool. The concept was awesome.
My wife's birthday party, it was basically a cryptozoology certification party. Like, so people come, you can buy the $18 diploma to be a certified cryptozoologist. What we did is we had 3 games. We had one game was first game was you had urinalysis game, was you get 5 vials of it wasn't actual urine, but that was what you're supposed to taste and all that stuff. You had to guess what cryptid it belonged to. The second game was tinfoil hats. Like you had to make your own tinfoil hat, to sort of and so that was another contest. The third one was you do a presentation on a cryptid of your choice, and there were prizes for each one, and there's food. It was really fun. We had a lot of time, a good time to.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been a part of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. I saw the pictures and I was even more saddened by that.
Yeah.
But then I made my week better. You know, I made my own week better the only way I knew how.
What?
I bought tickets for fucking WrestleMania, man.
Oh, yeah.
I got tickets for not for one, but both nights of WrestleMania.
Yeah, dude. I saw your.
Oh, dun, 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 dun,
And your seats aren't bad either.
No, they're not the worst. I wanted a little bit better, but I'd have needed another $200 for that to happen.
Yeah.
And we didn't have it. So, but we still got good seats. And be honest, I don't know how long I'm going to stay in that seat.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because I'm really good at finding seats that people didn't come and show up and go fill those seats up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at playing the musical chair game when I go to a concert or wrestling event. But WrestleMania, man, that's not until April. Like. I don't even know how all that's going to go down. The week after is going to go down. I don't know how any of this will go down. I just know I'm excited. I'm already planning on what I'm going to wear. Like,
one of those nights better be a fucking shirt. I got you.
Yo, definitely. Night 2 is going to be the button-up shirt.
Yeah.
I think Saturday. No, I think Saturday will be the button-up shirt.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's more of a Saturday vibe shirt.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Sunday will be a T-shirt. Yeah. I'm going to find some random T-shirt somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
So is that the business we're talking about?
Huh?
Is it the business we're talking about?
Oh, no. Did you tell everybody where they can find us?
Yeah, I did all that stuff.
Oh, and I just went right into the stories, and I didn't even do wow. I don't know what's wrong with me today, bro. I'll tell you in a minute why I think's wrong with me. But let's first cover... the business that we are putting a spotlight on today is Sushi Express Tulsa. Sushi Express in Tulsa is located at 8173 South Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74136. They make sushi honestly. They make sushi that delights their guests. They make sushi that makes their guests' dreams come true. Me and my wife went there back on Wednesday on Friday. And they do have a sushi train, but they kind of turned that thing off right now because of COVID and everything. For sure. And it wasn't super busy in there at the moment either. But their sushi was probably, and I am saying this from a guy who's lived in Chicago, Indianapolis. I've been in Toronto. I've been everywhere around the world. I've been to New York. Their sushi, by far, top 5 sushi I've ever had in my life. It was just so good. Like, me and my wife both got pinto boxes. And man, it was just ridiculous. The waitress too, she was a young Korean lady that was in her early 20s, and I was wearing my Joker hoodie I have, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And she just like loved us because I had a Joker hoodie, and she was telling me about Korean Joker. There is this dance show or whatever. All you have to do is on YouTube is put in Korean Joker and watch it. And it is like disturbing and weird, just like you'd think that would come out of a Korean dance contest. Because it was Jared Leto Joker that the guy
creepy
imitates. And it just goes really weird. But yes, they have some of the best sushi and best prices. Me and my wife got out of there with, even after buying 2 bottles of sake for less than $50.
Nice.
So, I mean, Sushi Express Tulsa, you can find them online on Facebook at Sushi Express Tulsa, or you can go to their webpage, which is sushiexpresstulsa.com.
Cool. Did I tell you why I'm going to Chicago?
Because you want to go see a Bears game.
No. Jeff Rosenstock is skipping KC. So instead of him waiting another 2 years to see him, I'm going to see him play at the Metro in Chicago. So I'm very excited about that. So we're flying to Chicago for that. What are you typing?
Nice. Nothing. I'm just typing.
Okay. But
at places.
I'll be there. I'll be there. From Thursday till Sunday. So
Thursday till Sunday. Nice. So, me when I go to WrestleMania, I'll be there from Thursday until Tuesday.
Nice. Yeah.
So I gotta go. I guess go shopping. You have to go shopping and like buy stuff so you don't eat out every meal, right?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to buy like lunch meat and bread and put in your mini fridge you'll have in your hotel. So.
I think it's all good. I'm ready to jump into these mofos because I know Eternal's going to be a conversation. I know it. All right,
just want to get to the first. You good? You ready? Like, you want to do this?
Yeah, let's do this.
Right.
Let's get into because I don't know what else do I got to tell you about. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I got a bong from work.
Yeah.
From a coworker who didn't want the bong given to him, and so I've been ripping like hardcore bong riffs for like 2 days straight. And not today. Before I never get high or fucked up before I come up onto the podcast. But literally, I ripped so much bong last night. I just couldn't tell you what the fuck I was doing with my life. Okay. I was done with the existence of humanity. I might have been way out there. I have no idea. It was insane.
Well,
I'm
glad you're back. So.
Yeah, and the name of the bong is called Dopezilla.
Dopezilla. How big is Dopezilla?
Like I don't know. We got to kind of put it like I don't know, like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that, that. So it's a nice size bong and it has an ice chamber.
Oh, nice. So you weren't, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the people
and it's yeah. So I've been ripping hella bong rips for 2 days, and I got I got like $200 in edibles.
All right, man.
For free.
Okay.
For working at some events and stuff like that.
That's cool, man. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So
edibles kicked my ass.
So The Harder They Fall is directed by James Samuel, a British director. He also directed a movie called like Die by Dawn, another Western. This movie stars it stars the beautiful, wonderful, sexy Idris Elba.
What I need you to understand is this does not look good for you.
Also, Jonathan Majors is Nat Love.
I took your bullshit. You're beaten. You're berating. Forgave Mom and Uncle George for not protecting me from your ass stuff.
Also, Zazie Beetz is Mary Fields.
Meet.
Domino.
What's your shtick?
I'm lucky.
And also, we got Lakeith Stanfield as the amazing Cherokee Bill.
Now, what I would do is I would pretend that I show him a fake badge, right? And then I say your car is reported stolen.
And this also stars people like R.J. Kyle as Jim Beckworth, Eddie Gathethi as Bill Pickett, DeWanda Wise, Eleanor Love. It's also got fucking Regina King. I should have mentioned her first as Trudy Smith, and tons of other people. Why don't you read the storyline in this one?
Trying to get to the storyline. All right, there we go. When outlaw Nate Love discovers that his enemy, Rufus Buck, is being released from prison, he rounds up his gang to track Rufus down and seek revenge. Those riding with him in assured, righteously new school Western include the former Love stagecoach Mary, his right and left hand men, hot-tempered Bill Pickett and fast-drawing Jim Buckworth, and surprising adversary turned ally Rufus Buck has his own fearsome crew, including treacherous Trudy Smith, Cherokee Bill, and they are not a group that knows how to lose.
So everyone in this movie actually existed. But the thing that happened didn't actually happen. But everyone in this movie is
none of this really happened. It even says it at the beginning.
Yeah, but all these people.
I'll read the quote right off the bat.
Okay.
While the events of this story are fictional, these people existed.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's exactly what it says from the beginning.
Yeah, and so what James Samuel did is he noticed that growing up, he loved westerns, right? But he noticed that in all these westerns they loved, there were no black people. But the problem is,
no,
there were tons of black people in the West.
Unless you're going Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. And so, but the problem is, there were black people that existed in the Old West, and so he decided to make his movie about it. This movie I don't think would exist if Tarantino didn't exist. This movie feels like a Tarantino film.
Yes, I mean, 100%. I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's funny.
I thought it was very much. It's like Quentin Tarantino. It's like the Django Unchained.
Yeah, which everyone's gonna draw a comparison.
Meets Tombstone.
Yeah, it's
that's the best way I can do it.
Yeah.
Or with a splash of Knight's Tale in there.
One of the things interesting that James, the director and writer, meant to do is not mention slavery at all, which is great. You know.
Yeah.
And anytime anyone tried to bring up the N word, they got shot. So it's a really cool movie. It's really fun. It's action packed. If you like westerns, there's no reason why you wouldn't like this movie.
If you like westerns, if you like action, if you like comedy, if you like it literally has all these things together. This is not just a well-directed movie, a well-acted movie. It's a well-written movie. Every character has a story that progresses throughout the movie, and it all comes to an ending. I know you're following the two major characters, which is Nate Luff and Rufus Buck, but even the side characters, like Cherokee Bill, for example, I'll give a little bit of him. Yeah, like you think he's like, oh, he's a bad guy with a code. And come to find out, no, he's just a fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, like there's so many different parts of this movie that just work on so many levels.
Zazie Beetz is incredible, I think, in this. She's top notch.
It's insane, dude. And for anybody to sit here and if anybody puts this movie down, I have no idea what the fuck they were watching.
Especially their Tarantino film fan, because this movie, like even style, like even let's say that Django Unchained didn't exist, I'd still compare this to a Tarantino film.
It's just it really is, and it was beautifully done. And the actors, you could tell they had a good time making this movie. They had a good time making this movie. And
I'm surprised we heard about it a week after it came out. It came out the 3rd, I think, on Netflix, and so we got to it pretty quick. And I'm surprised I haven't heard more about it because this is a very good movie.
Well, I can give you reasons why you probably haven't heard about it, but I'm not going to go negative. I'm going to be a positive guy, and I'm going to say maybe just the right people haven't watched this yet. And this is not. All right, let me make this very clear. And whatever you take from the statement, this is not Tyler Perry doing a Western.
No.
This is very, very. Is this R? Because it has to be. It has to be hard R.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
100% hard R. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Strong violence. Strong violence.
There's violence. There's cussing. There's drinking. There's gambling. This is a Western, but by any means doesn't feel like an old Western. And that's why I said Django Unchained, Tombstone, because Tombstone never really feels like a Western. Let's be honest. Tombstone is a Western, but they do it such in a new age look.
It's very subversive of old Westerns, like in that way that it's stylish. It's you don't see movies like this, and I mean you do, but never in this light, and that's what we need to see. It's just I want to say it's a classic, but I can't go that far in it. But it's a really good movie.
It is, man. If you like anything, either like around this genre, there's no reason you would not like this movie.
It's very genre adjacent.
If you like westerns, if you like action that has a few laughs, like literally, I have no idea how you couldn't like this movie more than what it is. It is such a good movie. It's fun. It makes me feel happy in the no region.
And Idris Elba is as menacing as ever. I mean, he's just as good as a bad guy as he is a good guy. You know, like in what he does.
Yeah.
And I wish I could just conjure up his voice for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I could.
I mean, everybody that was acting in this movie, like Regina King, just steals every scene that she's on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, I would love to see Cherokee Bill and Doc Holliday go work toe to toe. You know, like I'm telling you, this is why I got that feel. It's one of those movies. That's the way I feel about it. I feel like this is a movie. It's one of those movies to me where you can turn it on no matter what part of the movie you're in, and I'll come sit down and I'll watch it with you. I will watch it at whatever part you're at. And if you decide to restart it again, I guess I'm watching it again with you. Like it's not a movie that you'll ever be disappointed that you watched.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I was done watching it, the first thing I did was message my father-in-law. I was like, the harder they fall. The harder they fall, you have to see this. This is right up your alley.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I said you will thank me later.
Yeah, guys, don't sleep in this. And if you have Netflix and if you're really not watching us, why do you not have Netflix already? Go ahead and check this one out. You won't regret it. Do you have quotes on this one?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of quotes. This here is a wanted man. Turn that body in, you'll get $5,000 for your church. Why don't you do it? Because I'm worth 10.
Yeah.
Mama, fuck Jim. Look what he did in my eye. Leave. What was that kiss for? To remind you what it was and not what it is. If that man is telling the truth, Nat did have a whole lot. Oh, man, I didn't write that word down right. What'd you do that for? He might be saying nincompoop. Well, we ain't no nincompoops either. My name is officiant of the goddamn law. Now that's some I can't even read that word. My badge begs to differ. I was on a trail of a bank robbery from Kansas City.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I did the Kansas City reference. All right. You're just a relic of yesteryear with nothing to prove. I've seen the devil, and Rufus Black ain't him. The devil is white.
Rufus Buck.
That's what I say.
Okay.
Oh, I seen the devil, and Rufus Buck ain't him. The devil is white.
Yeah.
How long you been alive in this country? A rock and a hard place is what we just call Monday here. Love is the only thing worth dying for, but if you wouldn't know anything about that, now would you? Don't nobody take what I have coming to me, even the devil himself. Why do they always got to count so slow? You want to shoot me in the back or cheat the count? Letting you live was the true revenge. I'm the law. I see a man dead. I say he's dead.
All right.
That's it.
All right. So I'm at Rotten Tomatoes, guys. I'm going to have Neil guess the audience score, and then he's going to guess the critic score. All right. We need to. Oh, no, we got to give our score first, don't we?
Yeah, we're just behind. We're backwards on everything today.
So my score.
It's because Eternals, man. I'm so worried about not getting anything right. You ask.
You want to go first?
Yeah, man. It's 4.0, man. I loved it. It was. You know what? Fuck it. It's higher than that. It's 4.2.
Wow, okay.
I love this movie. It was a good. To be honest, I have not seen a Western like this in quite a while. It made me want to watch Westerns again. Like I was like, man, I need to go find other Westerns that remind me of this Western.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, there is no Westerns like this Western because it's a one of a kind. And that's saying something.
I'm gonna go a little on you. I'm about 3.9. I
3.9.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's really good. But I don't know what it has great things about it, but I don't know what held it back from being a 4. I just couldn't give it a 4.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
I understand. We all know why you didn't give it a 4.
And why is that?
We know.
I don't like what you're implying here, but
it's because you don't like westerns.
Okay,
I get it.
That's fair.
Let's
okay.
get it.
So now on Rotten Tomatoes, what is the audience score on this?
86%.
93%.
What?
Yeah, they liked it a lot.
Yeah, they're on board. I love it. I love it when they're on board. Do they got a census?
No, they don't have actually this one. But
okay.
But there is a critics consensus, of course. What is the critics score on this?
84.
86.
Is the 86? I should have kept the 86.
You guys, you're giving the audience not enough credit here, or the people watching not enough credit. So the critics consensus isn't as bold or fearless as his characters, but the harder they fall fits its well-worn template with style, energy, and a fantastic cast. Yeah, cast is fantastic. And I could use a better name on this one, honestly.
Huh?
I think I could use a better name than the harder they fall.
Yeah. Is it raining outside?
It's definitely raining here. I don't think you'll hear it over here.
You might hear. 1 second. Yeah, that's rain on my roof. So if you hear stuff in the background, guys, that is not static. That is just rain falling on my tin roof of my sunroom.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm rich. I'm not, by any means. Don't rob me. It'll be the worst mistake of your life. All right, it's time. Let's do it. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Somebody Do Moves. This is when I tell Chris about stuff that's going on in the world that we live in, and he acts like he gives a shit.
All right. I'm ready. I mean, I usually give a shit. Or the other times I'm like, who gives a shit when you tell me? So
yeah, sometimes you give no shits.
Yeah, sometimes,
and it's okay.
Like, who cares?
And I love you no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. So the biggest feud in Hollywood looks like it might be coming to an end.
You're talking about The Rock and Vin Diesel?
Yes. Vin Diesel has now openly apologized on social media, saying, hey, look, man, I promised Paul Walker that I was going to make the best Fast and the Furious movies today after, he passed. And Fast and Furious 10 cannot be the best movie if Dwayne The Rock Johnson's not a part of it.
He's right.
And to be honest, Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus John Cena, even though they did it 3 times.
We need again. Right?
I want to see it cinematically. I want to see, because it's Dom's brother. John Cena played Dom's brother. But I mean, it's heartfelt. And what Vin Diesel said. He said, my little brother Dwayne, this time has come. The world awaits the finale of Fast and the Furious. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. There is not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes. But the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo, which is Paul Walker. I swear that we could reach a manifest. The best Fast in the final is 10. I say this out of love, but you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs can't be played by no other than you. I hope you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny.
Has The Rock responded yet?
No. But The Rock has started a new feud with another actor.
He needs to calm his shit, man. For real.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson has now started a feud with Ryan Reynolds.
That can't be real, though, right? They're going to be about to be in a movie together.
No, it's 100% joking.
Okay.
But Dwayne The Rock Johnson bought a billboard for Netflix, advertising Netflix, And it says, and I quote, Ryan Reynolds uses his mom's Netflix account. And he's like, and in the tweet it said, one last heist for the road. Beat that, Ryan Reynolds. For the record, Ryan's mama is an amazing woman. Not sure why Ryan turned out to be the way he did.
Well, hey, I'm all about it, man.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Rowdy, right?
Mm-hmm. Bad about it.
So there's this little movie, this little play, I should say, that was very popular on Broadway for years.
Okay.
It was about a witch.
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this.
Like some wicked witch of the West, I believe. I believe she's from Kansas. Do you know anybody from Kansas? I know people from Kansas.
Yeah, I know a few people.
Yeah, like you, where you're sitting right now.
Sitting in Kansas, Shawnee, Kansas. So yeah, Wicked, right?
Wicked, the movie, has found its two leads.
Who are they?
First, Cynthia. Oh man, I'm gonna mess this last name up. Erivo.
Spell it for me.
Cynthia. Erivo.
Erivo. I don't know. Ervio. What am I say?
Here. I'll send it to you just so you can say it.
All right.
My phone, my web page is taking forever today.
Well, who's the other one? Who's the other lead?
Playing Glinda, the main part, the big part, right? It's Glinda, right?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah, and Cynthia Erivo.
Yes, we'll be playing the other part, the sister.
Oh, okay.
And there's video of their reaction when they got the part. There's already like 7 million views on both of them, of course.
I've seen
Wicked
twice live. The first time, me and Leah, this was our early relationship, first sort of little trip we went on together. We drove down to San Antonio and then went down the Riverwalk. And before we saw Wicked, we got a fishbowl margarita, like one of those big ones, and we finished it. And we're like, "Fuck it, let's get another one." And we ended up so fucking drunk there. I don't remember the show at all. I remember also trying not to throw up in the bathroom and figuring out how to get back to the hotel. That's all I remember.
Oh wow!
And then in Dallas, I saw it sober. So
that's some sad stuff, dude. I don't even know what to say about that.
Me and Leah, when we finished up that first margarita, the people next to us like, "You guys finished that?" We're like, "Yeah." What are you about the other? It's like we couldn't even finish half of it, and we're like, "Well,
damn."
Yeah, we got so fucking drunk. It's ridiculous.
Did you ever see Midnight Run?
Yeah, absolutely.
Midnight Run 2 with Robert De Niro is Regina Hill. With Regina Hill and Robert De Niro.
So, okay, I do know that the guy that he's escorted Midnight Run, for one, he's dead now. He's recently died.
Yeah. And so they've been trying to make one, I guess, for years, since the 90s, and just couldn't get it off the thing, but now it's happening. So there you go.
Definitely the first one's fine. I mean, it's okay.
Do you remember the Jonestown cult?
Yeah, I do remember the Brian Jonestown's massacre.
Mm-hmm. Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be starring as Jim Jones in a Jonestown cult leader movie.
Jimmy Jones. All right. So, I mean, always really interested in cults, you know. So, yeah, I'm ready to see this. You didn't get what I said when I said the Brian Jonestown Massacre. You didn't hear it? That's a band.
I got that.
Okay, that's a band.
Yeah,
but yeah, I know.
After the killings, if you don't know, people, after the killings, Jim Jones ordered the deaths and by suicide of all of his followers, primarily of them drinking flavored aid mixed with cyanide or Kool-Aid, basically. By the end of the horrific incident, 918 people in Jonestown were dead, and more than 300 of them were children.
Yeah, so
that is the story that he's going to tell.
It's also where the idea, where they're saying that they drink the Kool-Aid. You know, like that's where it came from.
Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Did you drink the Kool-Aid? You drink the Kool-Aid. Dune 2 starts filming the beginning of summer 2022.
God damn, I can't wait, dude. I just.
During Ryan Reynolds' hiatus from acting, he is writing the sequel to Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. He's got to.
Let's see here. Seth Rogen is looking to play Donkey Kong in his own animated movie.
I can see Seth Rogen playing the Donkey Kong. I can see it happening. I see it in my head, and I can see it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, it's Seth Rogen, dude.
Have you watched?
Right, so this is.
You watch Big Mouth?
What?
Did you watch Big Mouth?
Oh yeah, all the time, dude. I love Big Mouth. I love Big Mouth.
I just got through the.
I haven't watched the new season yet, but yeah.
I just watched 2 episodes when they of camp. I think at the beginning season 4, where they went to camp and Seth Rogen's in both.
Yeah. That's a good season.
Duck egg.
All right, so I already announced to you that Wicked's being made.
Yeah.
And that they got their 2 leads. There's already a fans petition to make sure a certain late night talk host does not appear in the movie.
I don't really hate James Corden, but I don't like him either.
He knew it was James Corden.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
But yeah, James Corden, there's already over 121,000 signatures.
Well, I mean,
stating
he was in Cats. No one gave a fuck about Cats though, because it was weird. Like, I mean, like when they're horror. I mean, everyone we didn't even see Cats. We talked about it as a joke, maybe seeing Cats, but we didn't. Have you watched Cats yet?
Which one?
Cats.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I have not put myself through it. Even though I always wanted to see Cats.
You want to see in person where they're out there touching and shit. Yeah,
I'm not going to be another pretender. I don't want them to get the best of you. I don't want them to know that I know that the sky is really just a neighborhood. I don't want them to throw me another monkey wrench.
What about Foo Fighters? Is that the next story?
So, the next story is Studio 666.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A movie that is going to be the Foo Fighters in a haunted house.
That's the movie, huh?
The Foo Fighters will be fighting for their lives on the move into a haunted mansion in the upcoming movie Studio 666. Now, here, let me read everybody involved so you know who's all in it. It's going to be directed by B.J. McDonnell. It is written by Jeff Bueller and Rebecca Hughes. It stars Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, Nate Mendel, Pat Smear, Chris Shifley, and Rami Jaffe. Also starring Whitney Cummings, Leslie Grossman, Will Forte, Jenna Ortega, and Jeff Garland.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna see it. It's gonna be cool.
And of course the movie is based around the band move into a notorious mansion in Encino that is known for its dark rock and roll history in an attempt to begin recording their long-awaited 10th album. Just as creativity gets flowing, Grohl finds himself dealing with sinister supernatural forces that challenge not only the band's ability to finish the new album, but also to escape with their lives.
If I think about like the last real rock star, I think it's Dave Grohl. I really do. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's like literally the best, the best. He brings the best of you. Like
Elder Statesman.
He always gets the best of you. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but yeah,
it's just weird because sometimes when he hangs around people, they tell me that he smells like Teen Spirit, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
How many more Foo Fighter jokes?
Can you promise not to stop when I say you win? Okay. No, but yeah, I mean, Dave Grohl is a badass. I mean, I don't even like the Foo Fighters that much, but I think everyone thinks Dave Grohl is a cool motherfucker, right?
I think he's a cool motherfucker.
I mean, unlike Travis Scott, he was able to kick someone out of the crowd who's causing trouble.
Right? Yeah. I think he is one of the coolest bad motherfuckers in the whole world.
I'll see that movie.
All right, let's do it. What else? We're going to see it. I mean, I'm going to make us see it. I mean, how could I not see it? Talk about something I just recently saw. The movie with, not the movie, but Dexter.
Oh, George, what's it on? What's it playing on?
It's on Hulu, Showtime.
Okay.
If you got, well, I have Showtime, so that's my fault.
I've only watched the first couple seasons. My wife told me then that the show doesn't exist after John Lithgow season. She's like, after that, you don't need to watch it anymore. So,
oh man, then you definitely need to watch the news episode if that's the way you think.
Okay, do I?
Yeah,
right.
If that's the way you think, you definitely that's what my wife told me. Need to take a look.
Okay.
You need to take a look at it to the point where you like get naked. Here, I sent you the poster of Studio 666. I think it's really cool.
Okay.
Anyway, Ghostbusters Afterlife director already won spin-offs in multiple genres.
Who directed that movie again? Oh yeah, Jason Reitman.
Jason
Reitman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to continue the legacy, which Dan Aykroyd tried to do for decades, and nobody would take him serious.
Well, I think it's because people didn't like Ghostbusters 2. I grew up with it, so of course I love it. But I can't wait to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, man. I'm so excited for that movie.
Right?
I can't wait.
And then your favorite TV show, Friday Night Lights, is getting a reboot.
I didn't like that. I didn't watch that show. I barely liked the movie.
You said it was your favorite show.
I never said that. But
you said you loved it.
Are they doing a movie or are they doing a show?
A movie, then a show.
Like they did for the last movie in this show.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know about that, so whatever. Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard set to direct his first feature film. If you don't know who he is, he Stranger Things, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Finn Wolfhard plays the main character in Stranger Things. He plays Mike Wheeler in Stranger Things. He's going to be starting to direct.
I like I like that show Stranger Things, but I've never liked Finn Wolfhard as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to change my mind, like Timothée Chalamet did. You know, like I want Timothée Chalamet for a long time. I thought he had a punchable face. I don't agree with that anymore. But with Finn Wolfhard, he needs to make his face less punchable for me.
Anyway, Idris Elba and Will Smith are collaborating on a secret project that they're not telling anybody about.
Who? Will Smith and who?
Idris Elba and Will Smith.
Okay.
Because they like each other.
Sure.
And they're like, Idris Elba put out a tweet that has a picture of the two of them together. Goes, me plus Will equals coming soon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Men in Black 5.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Are cast in an Afghanistani evacuation movie. Film about
I'm surprised they haven't worked together yet. I really am.
Are you?
They're both so handsome. Yeah. So.
Do you want them to make out? Is that why you want them?
I mean, I'm not saying no.
Whoa! Chris just admitted he wants to see them make out.
No. So the thing is,
it's all right.
They wrote a script.
Right.
They wrote a script about the Afghan evacuation that happened like 4 or 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I need to check on something real quick.
Wait,
Chris,
sirens going off?
I just got a warning. Yeah, the tornado is subject for the area. So 1 second, Chris. You can cut this out if you want to. I am going to go to my news program on my
that's fine.
phone app and make sure I'm not going to die in the next 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, what's going on in the world today? I can watch wrestling right now. Because it's Wednesday night.
Oh yeah. Sorry, man.
I can't die, Chris. I just bought tickets to WrestleMania. I wonder if it's gonna hail. If it hails, I get a new roof.
Oh yeah.
I gotta look outside. I gotta see what's going on, guys. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, guys. I might die. It looks like in my area I'm pretty good. right, so you can cut that out or you can leave that in if you want, Chris. I'm going to have my phone right here warning me about the tornado if it comes.
I'm in the basement, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't have a basement.
Yeah.
But I have a beer.
Okay.
And as they say in Oklahoma, there's a beer, there's a way. And you can watch. Yeah, tornado sirens are going off here too, man. I have no idea. I have no idea.
When I lived in Texas, this would happen every year, you know. Make sure I have my stuff ready to put in the bathroom.
I'm not hearing shit, dude. I'm going to go. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, it's kind of real.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of real. I'm going to go into my bathroom and hide out.
Okay.
I don't know what to do right now.
All right.
So just pause it for, give me 10 minutes.
Or just text me when you're right back.
All right.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So you,
Chris!
So
right, it's east to us.
Cool. All right.
It's good. I guess during the time that we were talking about how it was going down, it was actually going down. So that happened.
So what's the next?
You know, it is what it is.
What's the next news story? Huh? What's the next news story?
Screw the news. We're done. Hit the button.
Oh.
That was movies that don't suck at some of the news. I tell you information, you act like you care, then later we all give a good group hug. It's time. It's time, Chris.
It's always time. It's gonna take. It's really 2 hours and 37 minutes. That's really what it is. We're talking the Eternals, or Eternals.
The Eternals, the new Marvel movie that came out featuring directed by who's
Chloe Zhao, Oscar-winning Chloe Zhao. She won last year Best Directing Oscar for Nomadland. This movie stars Gemma Chan as Cersei.
The problem with our marriage isn't my family's money. It's that you're a coward. You gave up on us. But I just realized it's not my job to make you feel like a man.
Neither.
Whoops. And then we also got Richard Madden as Icarus.
Neither Joffrey nor any of his men shall set foot in our lands again.
We got Angelina Jolie as Athena.
G-I-A.
Salma Hayek as Ajax. Kit Harington as Dane Whitman. We got Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo.
Can I ask you something? Something that has never made sense to me. Why did you bring me here if you wanted me to not have an American life?
Also, we got Liam McHugh as Sprite, Brian Tyree Henry as Fastos, Warren Ludloff as Makari, Barry Keoghan as Droog, Ma Dong-seok as Gilgamesh, and I think Bill Skarsgård as Crow, and tons of other people. Why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one?
There's a storyline for this one? All right. I like storylines. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, an unexpected tragedy forces the Eternals, ancient aliens who have been living on Earth in secret for thousands of years, out of the shadows to reunite against mankind's most ancient enemy, the Deviants.
Okay, so one of the things that, this is basically like, they introduced 10 new characters in this fucking movie. Like, tons to pack in here.
They kind of have to, though.
Yeah. If you're gonna do, it's like the new Avengers, right?
Give an example. It's like, all right. So what the Eternals, where they came from, was Jack Kirby left Marvel, went and worked for DC, and created what is known as the New Gods.
Mm-hmm.
The New Gods in DC, like Mr. Miracle, Granny Goodness, the big one being Darkseid, of course, who's the big enemy of the Justice League Snyder Cut. But then he went back to Marvel But he had another story he wanted to tell with the new gods, and instead he created his own new gods, being known as the Eternals.
Okay.
And there are a lot of conflicts with, with what the comic book says and what this movie represented.
Well, I do want to mention Chloe Zhao was part of the writer and director of this, and she did her best to put her Oscar-winning pixie dust on this, so people will actually go out and see it.
No. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this though, quickly before we get into all of this. I have an answer for all of it and what she had to do. And I have a theory on why she wrote it and did it that way. And I will give that in the spoiler section.
Okay. So this movie is gorgeous. It looks amazing. It's a very artistic movie. More so than, I'm not saying all Marvel films aren't artistic, but this one has a definite artsy feel to it as opposed to others.
And plus they're all representatives.
Yeah.
They're all representatives of.
Did you look this up?
No, I'm sorry. My wife is only a mile down the road, so she's messaging me, hey, I'm in the bathroom, I'm getting out of the bathroom.
Yeah. She's fine.
Yeah, I'm just making sure my wife is good.
Yeah.
But anyway, now, yeah, these guys are all representation of all the old gods, all the new gods.
Even names like Icarus, Cersei, Athena, Kingo, I guess. But
yeah,
like Gilgamesh.
Icarus.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
Athena, who's based Athena.
Yeah.
There's so many different ones based off of them.
It's a massive movie, as in it takes place over hundreds, thousands of years, and it's 2 hours 37 minutes long. I can see less discerning volume or more discerning audiences being turned off by the length, but it's a fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah, it is. At the beginning, it literally says in the beginning. And then it has 3 paragraphs of information.
Yeah, it's very.
That you kind of need.
All this is really
but
cosmic.
You kind of need it. Yeah.
But it's not like it's Dune, so we'll have a Dune Part 2. This is it can be a standalone movie, but at the end of it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck happens? We're gonna figure out because.
Oh, I can tell you. I have a theory.
Yeah, we'll get
It'll be in the spoiler section. At the end.
Guys, there's gonna be a spoiler. Like every fucking Marvel movie you have to see, there's gonna be a spoiler section.
Every comic book movie, don't say that. Every comic book movie, every wrestling movie, if ever there's any place.
Did we do a spoiler section?
We did one for First in the Family. Fight the Family.
We did a spoiler section for Fighting with My Family? Really?
Yeah, because it's me, and it's hard for me to talk about wrestling without fucking going into the 900 things I know.
Fine.
But all right, so let's get some of the things out of the way. Let's get the non-spoiler part out.
Okay.
1, everybody acted great.
Yeah, everyone's fine.
It's a big group of actors. How could it go wrong? It is a lot of information to take in. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's like Dune. It's like there is a lot of information. Believe me, I read the Eternals comic book, and I read it like the same page 4 times in a row because I'm just like, the fuck am I supposed to learn right now?
So there's and
I get it.
There's so many characters, dude. So much new stuff. It's like basically like learning a whole new universe. It's like stuffing all the Avengers in one fucking movie, and you don't know who any of them are.
Yes.
And so I understand why it's that long. And I want to say I didn't dislike this movie, man. I thought it was good. I liked it.
No. And I like it because this is the reason. Is it opens the gates. It opens the gates, and the gates that it opens makes me want to just, yeah, Poppy, yeah, oh, Poppy,
so
yeah.
There are things that I didn't like about it. But it's not really what it had to do with the filmmaking. More so like I'm not big on the cosmic elements of it. Like to me, I was like, okay, I don't know I don't know who these people are. Like who's the who's the Aramesh is the god character in this thing, right? Aramesh.
Are you talking about the Celestials?
No, not talking Celestials because that I mean, like everything's we still have to learn. But who's who created everything? What was his name? Aramesh. The big guy, the motherfucker, like the boss man. Who is he?
The boss man.
Yeah, who Ajax would report to.
Oh, that's a Celestial.
No, that's not Celestial. Celestials within the planets, dude.
Celestials are not only in the planets, that's how they birth in the planets.
All right, so
that big guy with the 6 eyeballs.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, he has a name.
Yeah, he's a Celestial.
Okay.
He's not. His name is. Gosh dang it! I should have pulled. I had all this pulled up. My
Erisham, his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so Erisham, I thought that he created Celestials.
No, he's a Celestial. Okay. They're beings that have been around since the beginning of time.
Okay.
And they found out the way they populate or the way they grow is by taking their egg and putting it in planets.
But who created the planets? The planets created by a Celestial, weren't they?
The Big Bang Theory.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I got that.
The Big Bang.
Okay, all right, dude.
I don't know in this movie. I know what Jack Kirby told us in the comic books. But in this movie, I don't know where their theory is.
And that's
because
that's part of the problem.
Yeah, and that is a little part of the problem, but at the same time, I think they kind of step over it just real as good as they can. That the origin of Celestials have long been unknown with many species across the mainstream Marvel universe. They just know that they are big creatures that create all of life. At the beginning of creation itself, countless billions of years ago, before the current cosmic order, including what created the Big Bang Theory, which created the Infinity Stones, they were there before.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
That's the explanation in the Marvel universe. I'm reading that verbatim from Marvel.
Okay.
All right.
But everyone in this movie was fantastic, by the way. Like, you know, Camille Nanjiani was fantastic. Even Harish Patel, his assistant guy.
Oh my god!
He
stole the whole damn movie. Let's be honest.
Didn't you give him a hug?
He was so funny.
I just wanted to give him a hug.
Huh?
I just wanted to give that dude a hug.
I did the whole time. He's like, oh, he was gonna kill me once because he thought I was a vampire. Yes, I was gonna stake him very hard. I was like, yes.
Salma Hayek. I mean, what can you say about her? Angelina Jolie, gorgeous. Like, I don't think she's ever gonna age, and she's always gonna be gorgeous, right? Angelina Jolie.
And she's obviously an eternal.
Yeah, like in real life. Yeah. Brian Tyree Henry. You guys know
everybody.
You guys know him as Paperboy from Atlanta, but here he's Fastos, and people were losing their shit because he plays a gay character, and people are like some people were upset about it, and I don't get it.
Yeah, like there's the anti-gay movement and the
all right,
Marvel showing who their gods are, who their god is the two things that are hurting this movie, and I get it though. They had to make this movie because of the things that it's going to lead into. And it's going to lead into a lot of stuff, including Doctor Strange's multiverse, Madness in the Multiverse, the Ant and Wasp, Quantum Mania. It's going to lead into Spider-Man's No Way Home. It's going to lead into the Fantastic Four. It's going to lead into X-Men. Like, this is
it's going to lead into Eternals.
That's going to help everything.
I mean, this is the Eternals are probably the biggest thing to happen in Phase 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and it's got the fourth biggest
so far. But I think I know why they brought these guys along, and again, that's going to be in the spoiler section. I have a really big theory. I love my theory. It makes me happy in my no spots.
Real quick, Chloe Zhao did the best she could with the material. It's a lot of material, and she did a good job with it.
Yeah,
and she put some like, she put her artistic, Oscar Beatty pixie dust on it, because it's really artistic. It's beautiful. All the acting was fantastic.
And let's be honest, until it gets to the big fight at the end, this is a completely different Marvel movie.
Oh, this is not like any of the Marvel movies at all.
Yeah. This is not, origin story or here's the problem, we're going to go fix it kind of movie at the beginning. It is literally something new.
It's like a fairy tale.
It's refreshing. Yeah, it's kind of like a fairy tale. Yeah. And to be honest, it makes sense because all the beings they're playing is what fairy tales were based off of, like Sprite for a reason. Good one.
Like
Peter Pan. Yeah. In the comic books, Sprite actually flies past and stops in front of the author.
Yeah.
Of Peter Pan. And takes off, and that's where Peter Pan came from, like in the comics, not in the movie.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's strange because there's like for example, like there's a little problem with narrative. You're like, are they really gonna talk like that? In the year 2000 BC, there's stuff like that. But that you can pass it because it's a good movie, man. I mean, fuck, like I don't know why people are shitting on it. You know what I mean?
I don't either because to be honest, I think everybody did their part well. Jimmy Chan.
Jimmy Chan.
Is it Chan?
Chan.
Yeah. Chan. Thank you. She led the movie.
Yeah, she was the movie.
She led it. She led it. Between her and Richard Madden and Kit Harington, they were the major part of the movie.
Kit Harington's gonna be a big part of the Marvel universe now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, all right. I got my theory on that as well.
Okay,
I got some theories. Okay. I got a lot of theories.
I'm glad
going on to this next phase.
I'm glad Kumail finally got into the universe. He's great as Kingo, and as
a Bollywood actor.
I guess Angelina Jolie will hang out a bit too, right? She's Instagram. So Brian Tyree Henry, and they're just gonna be around, man. And
and literally, it's a movie about trying to figure out where the Marvel universe came from. And again, when you go watch this movie, no matter what religion you are, I just want you to 100% understand this. This is not Marvel mocking your god or your gods. That's not what's happening.
This is a fantasy movie.
It's a fantasy movie about where everybody comes from and the Marvel universe. Originally, everything I want to say, I can't say because it's 100% a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
I do want to say that it tries to deal with human philosophical issues, like sort of like one of the things that I found out asking my wife after I got done with it, I watched it night before last, last night before last, and also what would you feel if you heard this about it? Like how would you feel basically? Like about this or that if you were in this position. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it's definitely more emotional than the movie. So now, like, you're not gonna cry like you did when Iron Man dies in the Avengers Endgame, but it does give you ponders feelings or like
Yeah,
wonder.
And it makes it straight off the back to tell you that this is not an Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, right.
Like it straight off all the back kind of gives you the whole different vibe that this is about gods and goddesses, about immortals.
A very cosmic feel, not like Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's a very cosmic feel,
but not like Guardians of the Galaxy, but cosmic as in like giant, as in this is in the fabric of the universe. You know what I mean?
How's it not like Guardians of the Galaxy?
As in it's not as goofy. There's no talking raccoon.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, I know, but like Ego was a Celestial.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, oh, dude, I'm gonna rip it open. I'm gonna rip it open like a bag of Doritos after smoking 3 blunts.
Do you have
A bag of Doritos? Yes.
A quotes for this before we get into the spoilers.
Oh my god, I have so many fucking quotes. It's a fucking 3-hour movie. Yes, I got quotes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wake me up when you're done.
Are you a wizard? Like Doctor Strange? Well, I guess you must be the pilot. Hear that, Sprite? Family reunion. About damn time. Do not get too attached to this planet. You must focus on your mission. Oh, what the screams of my disappointment. You are safe. You are loved. You like the cuss. I remember, this is a very dark theater, guys.
Yeah.
Just to be very honest. My handwriting's not the best. It did not all come out well. Oh, Velvet, like, oh, a valet, like Alfred in Batman. In the Marvel Universe, DC exists.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Should she be drinking? Hers is non-alcoholic. Mead for like a kid. Now, Steve Rogers is gone. Who do you think will lead the Avengers? Everything dies except us because we're never alive. Don't be fooled. Ignorance is bliss. That's you for that's you. Thank you for always taking care of me. I will do it again and again, no matter what planet we are on. So much planets, so many lives died to birth just one celestial. What's this made out of? Vibranium? No. Fall collection. IKEA.
Yeah, I mean, that's all
Ass.
God, I saw that in the preview. Well, one of the things I was glad about seeing this movie.
Ass is added in the movie.
Yeah, but one of the best things one of the things I was excited about seeing this movie is I wouldn't see a fucking Eternals trailer again.
Is that Ebony Blade? No, Excalibur. Oh, Arthur did have a crush on you. Is this new? Because I hate it. Revenge won't bring you peace. No, but killing it might. When you love something, you protect it. You guys did that. I love you so much. Hey, remember I taught you earmuffs? 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 The truth will set them free. Sometimes I wonder if we did the right thing. All that in yourself and you can't change. All that and you still can't change me into a giraffe.
Yeah. So I am going to give my score first. It's a 4.1 for me. But again, like I'm very tentative because this is not done yet. There's plenty more story to be told on this. But it was
4.5.
Wow, you liked it that much.
I love this.
Okay.
Because I know what it's bringing next, Chris.
And you can't
I know
and
it.
you're super excited for it.
Yes, we're going to tell you the spoiler here in just a few minutes.
After
And then
this-
Neil's going to rip it open like, I'm going to rip it open like a Milky Way after smoking 3 bongs. All right.
What is, now we're on Rotten Tomatoes, what is the audience score in this one?
61.
80%.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. The audience gave it a good score.
Here's the audience.
Really?
The audience
Really?
says,
I thought this was like everybody kept on telling me this was not certified fresh.
yeah, audience says it's a different kind of Marvel movie, but Eternal still contains all the action, humor, and heart that fans are looking for.
Weird.
Now, what is the critic score on this one?
The critic score on this one would have to be 72.
47.
Oh, that's where.
It's gone up too. It's gone up since the 38% was on. Critics' consensus is an ambitious superhero epic that soars as often as it strains. And Eternals takes the MCU in intriguing and occasionally confounding new directions. Yeah, it does take in new directions. Again, I thought this was a beautiful movie. I thought it was really good, and I walked out saying I can't wait to see the next one. Right?
Yeah.
But again, I think if you're a Marvel fan, you're going to be clamoring for the next one because you know it's bringing. And now, if you guys got us out of the way, next week we'll be talking about Red Notice and French Dispatch. And you got our scores.
French Dispatch of Liberty, Kansas, and Red Notice featuring The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot is our next episode.
Now we're going to spoil the shit out of this
Thank
movie.
you guys. Subscribe to everything. Now, after the count of 5, I am going to spoil the living fucking shit out of this movie. This movie is going to be so fucking spoiled within the first 30 seconds of what I say. So I'm giving you a spoiler warning now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and how the fuck could they fuck it up by making them goddamn robots? What the fuck?
Well, they didn't have that. That's not a part of the thing in the comic books.
No.
Oh, well, sorry.
All right. So in the comic books, this is what happens. Celestials like to fuck with every kind of life form. They come to the planet Earth. They're like, what kind of animal reminds us of us? Because there's only animals here, dinosaurs and all that shit. And they killed the dinosaurs to break forth a new age. What was the animal that made them think of them the most? What animal starts evolution trail?
Oh, monkeys.
So they start fucking with monkeys, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean they start fucking monkeys. I mean they literally start messing scientifically with monkeys. And they create 3 beings, which are the deviants, the Eternals, and humankind.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all created in the comic books, and humankind has an extra gene in it that can, if the person awakes it, can become an Eternal.
Okay.
A superhero, if you would say.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, that's how Captain Rogers or Steve Rogers becomes Captain America, because they awoke that particle. Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man because the spider, when it bit him, the radioactive spider awoke that extra gene. X-Men were born with that extra gene already activated. See, like, that's where all that comes from. I don't know how the fuck they're going to do the X-Men now that they've taken that away, but whatever. We'll see how that goes. But here's the thing. All right. So celestial beings create all them. They create the Eternals and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, another person in the Marvel Universe that was a celestial, like I said earlier, was Ego. Peter Quill's father in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, played by Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have a theory on why he's completely different than the other Celestials.
Okay.
Because he's like just a small little human guy and he's a planet.
Yeah.
And the Celestials are big, tall,
planet-eating monsters. Yeah.
Well, not all. No.
Okay.
Celestials don't eat planets.
They come out of them. They birth from them.
They come out of them. That's how they birth their thing. Now, have you ever heard of Galactus?
Yeah.
Okay. So in a comic book, which I think that's what they're basing this off of, which is Marvel Planet X, or Earth X. In that one, it says that one of the most famous comic book villains of all time, Galactus, isn't actually eating planets for the energy. He is finding celestial impregnated planets, and that's where he gets his energy force from, is eating the celestial egg that's inside of the planets.
Okay.
I think they made Ego a guy that could spread his seed everywhere, even though that's not how celestials normally work.
Mm-hmm.
So it could distract Galactus from the actual celestials that were supposed to be coming up.
Okay.
And so that is why I don't think Ego and all that is. Now, you said you have questions. Ask 105 of them. Let's go.
Okay. What is Pip?
Right to the end credits. All right. Pip the Troll is originally...
Because what I thought he was a fucking leprechaun.
No, he's a troll.
Okay.
All right. Prince, Pip was once a prince, and he was like, I think if I remember correctly, I just want to make sure I have it correctly. But he was like the next in line by like 200. Okay. Like, I mean, like he was way down the line of being the next prince. And so he started just getting drunk all the time.
Yeah.
And he started hanging out with some trolls. And because he got drunk with trolls all the time, he got turned into a troll.
Okay.
He is usually the right-hand man of Adam Warlock.
Now, I know that everyone's been waiting for that guy to show up in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, and he'll show up next in the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. And so that means Pip will probably show up in there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Adam Warlock, had the Infinity Stone. One of the Infinity Stones. I think the Space Stone, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And that is what turned Pip into the troll, because they're hanging out too much with the trolls, and that's how he can transport people.
Okay.
It's because of the space infinity thing. He ended up with Pip, or Star Fox, aka Arios, aka
Harry Styles,
the half brother of Thanos.
Okay,
the half
brother. He was nothing
like
Thanos at all. Not at all.
No. Because Thanos and Pip are the sons from a deviant and an eternal.
Okay.
And he got more of the deviant side. He got more of the
eternal side. So in the comic books, did they travel together? Or is this part of something they're doing for the cinematic universe?
Pip, you mean Pip and Star Fox?
Yeah.
Or Arios? Yeah. I think that's Star Fox again. Let me just tell you this: Star Fox literally has like 14 different fucking names.
Okay.
All right. So they just went with one of them.
Okay.
And I got it why they went with that. It just seems like he encounters Star Fox and Heater Delight and battles several people with them. And but yeah, he ends up with Star Fox for a while after Adam Warlock goes off into the world. But yeah, Pip will be a fun creature that we'll see more of in the future.
Okay. The next question. Who's Dane Whitman?
Dane Whitman is the Black Knight. Okay. All right. So originally, like how Wolverine was introduced as a villain against the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
The first Black Knight was actually a villain against the Avengers.
Okay.
And that is the uncle of Dean Whitman.
Okay.
All right. Dean then goes to find out that his uncle's really a thief and a liar and a supervillain and all that stuff. And goes and is like, hey, his uncle then dies and he inherits his castle and then the sword that he has, which is, you know the name of it because they already said it earlier in the fucking movie.
Excalibur?
No.
What?
It's the Ebony Blade.
Oh, the Ebony Blade. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
And how Excalibur works off of the good in a human being, Ebony Blade works off of the evil that's in you.
Okay.
And Black Knight actually helped with several things with the Avengers. And the Avengers like, hey, you should be an Avenger. And he's like, you know what? I haven't trained enough yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not at that level.
Uh-huh.
And then second time comes around where Black Knight beats the bad guy that the because he denied them, the Avengers get taken over by Krang, and Black Knight comes in and saves the day, and then like, hey, you should be Avenger. And he's like, all right, I guess I'll do it this time since I've only saved the universe twice now for you guys.
So is there gonna be a second group of Avengers, or do you think the Avengers are done with that whole thing?
Avengers is an ongoing.
So there'll be Avengers in Phase 4. You think?
Yeah, I think there'll be some kind of Avengers movie of some sort with the Eternals added in, with Black Knight added in. I mean, they're basing a lot of this, it seems, off of the 2006 series by Neil Gaiman. And so, like, I see it all coming around.
And you're excited. So you're excited. Like, with the characters introduced, you think that we're going to get so much more. Because I thought they were out of steam, but no, man, they're just getting started. It seems like.
Yeah. And like, I mean, there's so many things about this movie that is completely different than the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, like Mad Weary, to be one thing. Mad Weary, Athena had Mad Weary, right? Where she just goes nuts and kills everything in her path.
Yeah.
In the comics, it's not her that has that. It's Cersei that has it.
Okay.
And in the comics, Sprite isn't a girl. It's a boy.
Same with Ajax, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Icarus. Sprite didn't make up the story about Icarus. Icarus at one point actually did have a son who was trying to fly like his father and got too close and fell to the earth and died. Like, that's in the, you know, in the comics, Sprite was the TV star, not
Camille.
Yeah, not Camille. The Earth Baby thing is from the Earth X comics, like I stated earlier.
Was Fastos, was he gay in the comic books or no?
What's that?
Was Fastos gay in the comic books?
Yeah, like all of them were in there. There's a lot more that they're just missing.
Okay.
There's a lot more.
I mean, it was a long movie. You can't stuff everything in there,
right?
But it's part of it's part of the problem why for some people this movie sags, because it's so overstuffed. You know.
Yeah, like the celestial inside Earth is Tiamat, which is like a celestial that controls dreams and stuff.
Sure.
But they defeat him and they competed him. Domo, the name of the ship, is actually the leader of the Eternals.
Interesting.
In the original comics.
Okay.
Because Domo was the original person that could contact the main celestial. What's the main celestial's name again?
Airshim.
What was that?
Airshim.
Airshim, yeah. Deviants absorb Eternal's powers. That's straight from the Kirby comics. Actually, one of the covers of one of the Jack Kirby comics.
Also, Kirby, the Give Your Own character, whenever he sucks someone in, he gains their powers too.
Yeah, that is funny. Now, this gives me... All right, also, the whole movie was 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
There are 7 jobs each person needed to do to accomplish it. And the time jumps that they did, where they showed you in the past, they did that 7 times.
Okay, cool. So 7, 7, 7.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I said Ebony and Excalibur exist. That means King Arthur exists. So anyway, the names that Fastos gave them, Icarus is Isaac, Cersei is Sylvia. Those are actually their comic book names in the comic books. Let's see, what else do I got written down here? All right, I told you about Thanos, and that's his brother. Pip the Troll can transport because he's exposed to the Space Stone. Told you that. WHIH is the news network on every Marvel movie since Iron Man 2.
Is that what? So it was in Spider-Man and all that stuff too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Quick question: Is Eric Icarus really dead?
Anyway, so
well, no, I'm not giving anything away. I'm asking you: is Icarus really dead?
I don't know, because I don't know what they're going by.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going by.
I mean, like, it's kind of funny. He went to the sun, you know, like the real Chris.
Yeah. So he could have died. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, Chris.
Okay. All right, fine.
I know about as much of the movie as possible.
Okay.
The Bollywood.
Yeah.
Scene, if you notice in the back, the people were carrying Captain America shields.
Yeah.
But they're all black. They're painted black. They're all Captain American shields. And hanging up in the guy's bar was the original shield that Steve Rogers held in the first Captain America, the first Avenger. So see. The Major Eternal, which was just awarded to someone, that's usually a fight in between the comic books constantly. Man. The story of Gyardo Man, told by Sprite. Remember when she's like doing that thing where the fireworks came?
Gilgamesh.
That's the same story that Captain Luc Picard, Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise, it tells that alien that can't speak English and they're sitting around that fire, that whole episode.
Yeah.
That's the same story Jean-Luc Picard tells that alien.
Yeah, like it. It's nice.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
I think I got through most of the little spots and stuff. But the biggest thing is this. I think the whole reason they did this movie was to bring in 3 different main entities.
Okay, number 1.
1, X-Men.
Okay.
Because now Eternals exist. So that means people have that extra gene or whatever.
Yeah.
2, the Fantastic Four.
Okay. They're gonna.
And 3, the motherfucker that eats planets like you eat jujubes. Fucking goddamn Galactus.
Galactus is a terrifying creature, right? They're terrifying being.
He's the most terrifying creature of all.
All right.
Chris, he touches you in your no-nos.
So, I guess there's a lot to. They still got stories in them the last days, and I don't know how far they planned out yet, but I know Phase 4 still has another 7 or 8 movies, right?
Yeah, I got so many movies planned. I'm sure they got it. They got a major plan on where it's all going.
All right.
Don't you know where it's going?
Up your beehole. Around the corner.
Don't you forget about me.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter, @moviesdon'tsuck. We're on Bonfire if you want shirts and stuff with our logo on it or merch. Go on fire.com. Search any Movies Don't Suck and something you can find us there. Watch us on YouTube and subscribe to that page, or watch us on Facebook. Go and like that page. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. And we're on all stream platforms, whether it be Spotify or iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. Neil, what do we do for smaller businesses?
If you're a smaller business or know somebody that owns a small business and you want us to support them, let us know. We'll be more than happy to support them. We'll be more happy to give them a shout out. Our thousands of downloads we get a week. We'll go straight to them. Hopefully they can build their business up and make their families happier. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
You good?
I'm good. Let's get it on. Well, that's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name is Neil.
And Chris.
And remember, anytime that you're going against somebody bigger than you, just knock them right into the 2 celestials and know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Have a good night.